Good day everyone, welcome to PHENOMSOUND, and right before we start I would like to take a couple of minutes of your time to tell you about some important stuff that's going on in my life that may affect PHENOMSOUND. As you may know, I'm from Ukraine, from Nikopol. We've been suffering from Russian shelling and suicide drones almost from day one of the war, and right now Nikopol starts looking like some Chernobyl. This is the footage that I recorded exactly one day before moving out of Nikopol. It's in our neighborhood. I saw some smoke and I drove there to take a look at it and found out that Russian suicide drone just hit the roof of our neighbor's house and almost completely destroyed it. There are basically only walls left. So yeah, it's getting crazy out there. And it's almost impossible to live there, especially with a kid. So we decided to abandon our house. We are currently based in Western Ukraine, in some relatively safe place. We'll be constantly on the move. We hope that someday we will be able to get back home, but it is what it is, and my audio and video quality may suffer because of these life circumstances. So I really apologize for that, but I will keep posting my tutorials on regular basis, and I promise that my basis ain't gonna be that regular. Right, let's get to business, and in today's video we are going to take a look at the drop arrangement, kinda Dead Limit style. It's not exactly the remake, but something pretty close. And I will tell you some stuff about different layers, different mixing features, and how to make your snares really punchy, how to fill the space and stuff like that. So let's get work. This complete a full studio project. All of the serum presets and samples from it are available on my Patreon page. If you do enjoy my content, it's the ultimate way to support PHENOMSOUND. So hop in, I would be really happy to see you there. I have a crazy drum and bass preset pack called Annihilation, working both on Serum 1 and Serum 2. There are 70 high quality presets for macros assigned. You'll find different styles of drum and bass sound design in there, from noisy and Mayfuse to some camo and crooked and baroque types of sounds. So make sure to find a couple of minutes to check the demo, the link is below. And of course, the key component of this drop is these acoustic drums. And there's this kick. I don't remember where I get it, probably I got it from some old funk song or something like this. It's really highly compressed, dry, it sounds like this. I made it really wide to have a huge emphasis on the drums in the mix, and I've compressed it quite dramatically and removed the sharpness using the EQ. To then fill this high frequency space with the cymbals, this kind of a ride or crash, and here's the snare. I just duplicate the main snare and move the out all the way up, so it's super short, and together with the main snare it sounds like this. And there's this additional acoustic drum kit sample that I've got. And the snare post-processing is looking like this. I've compressed it, added kilohertz transient shaper, increasing the attack and cutting the tail a bit. Then I've EQ'd it. making it a bit more clean, and added some harmonies using adapter hype. So now it's more punchy, more harmonic, and this is the exact thing that you want with your snare. And to make it super punchy, I'm adding another plugin, free plugin from Percussion called mcomb. You may think that the impact is quite insignificant, but in the mix it's really audible. So it's basically adding a resonance to your snare. Let's see if we can visualize it. See how our resonance suddenly pumped up, just crazy, picking all the way up, just because we set the output to a very aggressive amount. Let's get back to our previous settings and compare it once again. See that it's now much more harmonic and as a result a bit louder. So yeah, in the mix you will definitely notice that. You can play with the frequency, with the feedback time, which is kind of a delay effect. It's also quite wide. Then I have another additional tonal snare with another multi-production comb. So you see that it's now has much more audible accent, like now it's kinda blurry, while now it's like has huge transient, very tonal, very harmonic transient, while this one is quite abstract. So if you want to make your drums really punchy, make your snare to stand out in the mix, just consider using this comb, or if you're on Ableton, you can use Corpus. It's really an amazing tool to achieve the same result. And then I have this cymbals layer. I cut in these 200 Hz frequencies and just leave in this bright layer and making it dead mono. To keep our kick and snare in focus, and as well as some basses. Then I have another acoustic drums resampled from some old funk song. It sounds like this. It's high-passed, using some soothe to unsharpen the high frequencies. And some post EQ. That is removing some frequencies that I feel that are conflicting with some main synth or other stuff that is more important than this loop. So altogether it sounds like this. Then I like to add some accents on the first hit of the drop. Either it's some brass hit, some vocal sample, or other stuff. In this case, I've used this hey chant. That's working pretty well for me. the very next thing we want to add is a sub bass. So I have this serum to patch, just some sine wave and some hum noise. Quite distorted. I'm compressing it and EQing it. Removing this gap with some mod to leave some space for our drums and other stuff. And there is no any pattern, it's just a sustained bass. Oh, here in this part I'm adding some tambourine loop, which is a nice trick that I've noticed in the original song. Then I have another bass layer. This one is quite talking and it's a bit more mid-frequency bass from 100 Hz and all the way up. So this is the patch. I'm sorry, I'm not going to show you how I made this sound because it's available on my Patreon, so sorry for that, but I can show you the post-processing. I'm compressing it, making it super noisy using the Erosion, which is a free remake of the Ableton Live's Erosion. Then EQing it. Adding some low filter with a preset, one of those, probably it's the stronger phaser. I'm always using one of those three to make things wobbly and filtered. Then I'm removing the sharpness. Some EQing. And also automating the EQ using the high cut shape. And then pumping up the volume using maximizer. This layer is quite wide. And there goes the main synth. It's very highly filtered with lots of automation, and dry it sounds like this. And pretty much all we need to do is just to compress it. I'm automating its panning, EQing it, adding another low filter with one of those presets. Compressing it once again to bring up the volume. Adding some frequency shifter to make it a bit more wobbly. Once again, compressing it. This one is a final compression. Then goes flanger and maximizer. And there you have it in the mix. This synth is not just a single note, it's a... It has a third note interval. Which is kind of signature move of Noisia. This snare bass can also be found on my Patreon page, so I can't show it how it's done, but what's making a huge impact on its nice neuro-ish sound is this low filter. So I'm only compressing it and adding this low filter. So much neuro. It's again one of those presets. In most cases I'm using this stronger phaser. And for this main synth, I have another layer. Mid-bass layer. I'm cutting sub and adding another low filter. And it's set to dead mono. And then to fill some space, I have another layer. It's this vocal chant from Splice, working really well. It's distorted using the overdrive. Then I have this band pass, Q, and some has to add some stereo width. In this second part, I'm removing this mid bass right here. There is no mid bass and there is only this sub and this new synth. And yeah, the groove is pretty much the same. All of these basses and all the rest of the synth are routed to my sidechain channel with maximizer, where I'm setting everything at -5 decibel. To find the perfect balance between good punchy drums and fat, loud sub-bass and other basses. Then I have this EQ automation going on. And that's pretty much it. On my master channel I have maximizer only, no crazy stuff, with some threshold set at -4 decibel. And you can pretty much say that there's nothing fancy, nothing super crazy, but every tiny element and every tiny component of this drop is quite important. Let's try disabling one of those. Without this mid bass, we are losing quite some frequencies on our low mids and some stereo width as well. So you can get rid of it, but it's working much better with it, to me. Let's try this chant. It's also super barely audible in the mix, but as you disable it, you can definitely say that there's something lacking. And these hi-hats are also barely audible in the mix, but as you disable it, you definitely feel that the groove is kinda lost. Or this layer. Especially here in this second part. Or this hit. This is one of those tiny elements that's dictating the groove. Like, this delay effect is definitely guiding you through the rhythm. And I don't have any guidance, any rules on the exact volume of my drums, the exact volume of my bass, because it always depends on the energy of your mix, on your mixing tools, workflow and stuff like that. So I wouldn't recommend you to stick to any dogmas, to make some limitations to your creativity. What I always recommend is to use your ears if those are trained well enough. If you feel that it's not exactly there yet, share your final mix with your friends, with your mentors, to hear their opinion on what could be better. But trust me, big things have small beginnings, so if you are bad at sound designing or mixing, it's just yet, because with more practice comes more experience and more skills. So keep practicing, and believe me, one day you'll be there. Hope you enjoyed this breakdown. I will keep breaking down different kinds of drum and bass drops, so let me know if you would like to see that. Hit like if you enjoyed this video, leave a comment to share your opinion, and subscribe to PHENOMSOUND to stay tuned for more tutorials. The best way to support PHENOMSOUND is to join my Patreon page and to follow my Instagram, where I'm posting some of my personal and my music production stuff. So join in, I would be really happy to see you there. Thank you so much for watching this video, and see you in the next one. Bye!